Still nut is a very good aphrodisiac. So you know why they want to use it. That's why India's population is still growing very quickly. Because many people use this a lot. Okay, another plant which comes from West Indian islands to India, but which is also used as a spice. If you cut this leaf and spread around, you can just crush and smell. You can just tear a piece and spread it. It smells different spices. So people call it allspice.
Oh.
This is a Jamaican plant from West Indies. Allspice. Pimenta doica is the botanical name. In India, we don't use much in our cooking, but sometimes we make a fried rice or pulao. Now the chefs will add. It is allspice. It smells like different spices. We take the leaves. It also have got fruits. Okay, but it is not naked, it is not really used in our cooking. Okay, please follow me.
Adina, കൂടെ നിന്നോ ഞാൻ ഫ്രണ്ടിലോട്ട് നിന്നോ പുള്ളിയുടെ കൂടെ തന്നെ നിന്നു
Okay, when people started coming to buy pepper, it got a nickname black gold in the West. Also people who come here said it is the king of spices, is pepper. If there is a king, there should be a queen. And here is the queen, called cardamom. Cardamoma elateria, that's its botanical name. And this is, as I mentioned, this is called the Cardamom Hills. This whole region is called Cardamom Hills. Cardamom is a bush which always needs very sensitive plant. It needs good sunshine but not much heat. It needs water but no waterlogging. So it has to be maintained very properly, and it's a very labor-intensive process. So cardamom, this you can see the flowers. The fruits are not coming on top, but it comes from shoots which is coming at the base. See here. You can see the flowers here, and each flower will become a fruit. And the flowering season is a period of nearly 2 months. So each stalk, flowers come at different time and become fruits. So the problem is harvesting also needs to be more than 2 months. So each day, mostly women are employed to harvest. They will come, pick up a stalk and see how many capsules are ripe. So the ripe capsules, not allowed, but okay, this is the fruit. So once it is ripe, it will turn its color from lighter green to little bit of dark green. So that time they will harvest. They have to pick each stalk and see which one is ripe. Because one is flowering stage, next one is just getting into the fruit stage, then one is half ripe, that is good. So each plant has to be attended by a person at least for 2 to 3 months to finish harvesting. And after collecting the fruits, it will go into a drying chamber. Earlier days they used under the sun only, but now to make it quick processing, they have got artificial electric dryers. After drying, it needs to be segregated by size. And after segregation, it needs to be polished. Because outside the skin, in this weather, because it's growing here, it can have certain, it can get the moisture and then start growing the fungus. And so it is pressed on a hard surface earlier days using a flannel or a cloth to polish it. So then only it will come to you. And that's why spices are expensive. So many people are required to process one spice, one particular capsule. Okay, cardamom is used in medicine. People use cardamom for cholesterol and cardiac issues. But of course, if you ask me if I take daily cardamom, I will not have a disease. I don't say, I'm not sure. But of course, it's all help. It's not curative. If you say, I have a problem, you use a few cardamoms, it will not heal you. But you have to include this in your food or daily intake, not too much, but just enough. That's why Kerala's cuisine is planned in such a way that it contains several spices what you need in your daily life. Why people come first to India and wanted to come to India is because of this treatment. This is the pepper. Pepper is a creeper. It is not a parasite which uses this tree, but it has got its roots from the ground, but it needs a tall tree to go around. And it goes all up if he permits. And why it needs a tall tree to grow up? Because God has given a facility for pollination on pepper plant is by rainwater. So it has to expose all the leaves around on a tall tree, so that when rain comes, the taller leaves, the flowers, the spurs or the will fall onto the anther at the stigma at the bottom. So that is how the natural pollination happens. That's why it want to go around a tall tree. So either we have to provide a long stick or we plant around a tree. So it will not damage the tree. But harvesting also is difficult. You have to climb with a long bamboo ladder to harvest it. Somebody has to climb. It grows at the fruits. Now you don't see a fruit because the harvesting season is over. It is over by almost by end of March. So the stalk will come out and about 20 to 30 fruits in one stalk. And it looks green, dark green in color. And when it is getting to ripe, it becomes lighter yellowish green and finally turn into red. So the popular spice, what you all know, is black pepper. But there are several other peppers coming into the market. White, green and black come from the same fruit. Other peppers are not peppers. Sorry, black, red one is not pepper, because why it is called pepper? It contains a property called piperin. Piperin, what makes it as pepper? Other things, what gives you a hot feeling? Yeah, chilies, that has got capsaicin. Two different properties. White pepper, green pepper and the black pepper from the same fruit. Different processing. Because just before it's getting into red, it is harvested, thrashed and the fruits are dried under the sun. So this red skin, yellowish red skin will dry and turn into black. That's the strongest pepper. Second thing, just before it is turning into red, finally it turns into red. Before that it is harvested, put it in 52 degrees centigrade hot water, running hot water, and pulp it. You use a hard surface so that the outer skin is removed. Then it goes under the sun for drying. That becomes white pepper. When you come to the table in the small bowls, that is a white pepper because it's a very mild pepper. That is what is used in cooking or on the table as a serve. Green pepper is mostly used here as pickle because before it turns into red, yellowish green color, we harvest it and process it under special conditions because it does not go directly into the sun for a long day. Then it becomes. So that is how the green pepper is made. But in India, we use mostly for pickling. Why pepper? Any idea why pepper? People wanted pepper in the world. Not that Europeans had lot of hot food 100 years, 500 years back.
Antibacterial or?
Actually, the reason for use of pepper was so popular because pepper is a good preservative. You can store anything in pepper for years. Even the Egyptians know about it, so they took it from here, the muslin cloth and pepper from Kerala to preserve the pharaohs. in the mummies. And later, Indians also did not use pepper for our cooking. Even now, we don't use much pepper in our cooking. We use chilies. Because pepper is used as a medicine here. In our traditional Ayurvedic system, a decoction of pepper is given to a patient who is suffering from fever or high cold. You give a decoction to drink, that will make the whole body to sweat. Why sometimes you feel feverish? Because some toxins are gone into your system, either through air, water or food. So one way of detoxifying the body is to make the body to sweat. Pepper acts as a sweatening agent. To drink the decoction, in 5 minutes you will start sweating. So if that goes out, you will be relieved. So that's the one system.
Do you mix the pepper with something?
Yeah, we do mix with basil leaves and then little bit of palm sugar and boil it with coffee powder because you can't drink pepper as it is. Make it drinkable.
രുദ്രാക്ഷം
Eh?
രുദ്രാക്ഷം രുദ്രാക്ഷം
Okay. This one is very holy tree, nothing to do with spices. This, you know, if you go to some of the yoga places, people have a big beaded chain. Rudraksh. Rudraksh is actually, the word means the eyes of Lord Shiva. This is the Rudraksh tree. The beads are from the seeds which has been taken. People make beads. People believe that Rudraksh has got medicinal healing power. It has got vibrations which helps your heart. My heart is still very strong, so I have never used that.
Rudraksha is also having different
These are such seeds.
3 phase, 5 phase like that. And Rudraksha എത്ര മുഖമുണ്ട് ഏറ്റവും
ഫൈവ്
കൂടിയത്
1824 വരെയാണ്
24, but 24 is
Very
not
rare. One also
very
very
rare. Only yogis or maharshis used to wear that because otherwise it will create a this thing. They'll having a heat feeling. I don't know about that, but somebody is
നമുക്ക് 5 മുടി ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ 5 ഫേസ് 5 ഫേസ് ഉണ്ട്
having different phase. Like 3, 5, 4, 24.
Spices are all these spices. For example, nutmeg is not a big spice which we use in cooking. Our system of medicine called Ayurveda always uses these spices. They knew about the medicinal qualities of these plants about 5,000 years back, and they included these spices, the qualities of spices for various curation and preparing the body against diseases. Ayurveda, if you ask me who found the world, it's same like that. It is actually a collective effort of thousands of years of research. Came through, we say father of Ayurveda is a sage Dhanvantari. But there is no recorded evidence that it started Ayurveda. It is a practice which we continued for generations, and only after, we can say after 3rd century BC, that Indians started recording any data. So before that we don't have recorded data. All knowledge was passed on from word of mouth, from father to son. Ayurveda is not something we use as a curative therapy. It can do, it is even the first surgery was done in Ayurveda. But of course, during the British time, the colonial period, they started promoting their system of medicine. And it became quick remedies. For example, in Ayurveda, there is no quick treatment. For example, if I go for a headache, they are not going to give me a painkiller, so you have it and enjoy your time. They will look for Ayurveda's difference with modern medicine is it looks for the root cause of the problem. What causes your headache? It's not that you have a headache and you need a painkiller. So it may take a longer time than the modern medicine, but it kills the problem what causes headache without giving you any side effects. Okay, it's pineapple, come from South America. Pineapple come from South America to India. But Kerala is one of the biggest producers of pineapple.
I don't know, not
Bye. Let him go.
no, it's fine, don't worry. Thank you very much.
No, it has got a hollow inside. Because now, when so many people are coming, people are planning.
Yeah, I will give. You are reaching there, I will give.
Okay, another very popular spot.
You can listen to what he is saying.
Okay, anyone has cooking?
That's my favorite.
When people have, this is one of the medicine against tooth problems, dental problems. Because people have severe toothache when they have cavities. This oil from clove, this is a clove tree. The commercial product is from the unopened, matured flower buds. If it is open, it does not contain much oil. So you have to wait till the flower bud is about to open, just before it's open. So a few days before it is ready to open, they will have to harvest the flower bud. It's very difficult to see. I can see a few at the tip. It's like a little projection of the flowers. So flower bud is harvested and dried under the sun, and then they extract an oil, clove oil. But also clove is included in our cooking. When we make some special rice dishes like biryanis and pilaus, they will add clove. But when you buy clove, you will forget all other tastes you have. So it has got a very strong taste. Also, when you have a toothache, you will be toothache with a severe thing. So in the cavity, we put one little drop into a piece of cotton and put right into that cavity. If it touch anywhere else, it will burn. So you put there, you may lose your breath for a while, and then you come back normal. Because it's strong, you can just feel the moment it touches your body. Clove oil has got real strong effect. So it has got medicinal effect, but also it's used in our cooking. I will find it.
ഏതാ ഇത് അതൊരു വാട്ടർ ആപ്പിളാണ്. വാട്ടർ ആപ്പിൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു ചാമ്പയില്ല, നമ്മുടെ ചാമ്പ. വാട്ടർ ആപ്പിൾ. വാട്ടർ ആപ്പിൾ.
Not just banana. You see, this is the flower bud of banana plant, and the banana has just come out, and now you see that there is no more new bananas are coming. So at this stage, we cut this banana flower bud, this portion. We cut it out and we use as a vegetable. At home, we grate it and we mix it with coconut and spices and cook curry with it. It is very fibrous, so that it will help to bring down your sugar. And of course, banana, you know what it is used for. And after a banana is produced in the plant, it will not yield anymore. Only one thing is like that. So we have to cut this plant and then peel off all its skin. So the real stem, that what you see here is not the real stem because it is covered with the leaf stalk. You peel off all that, a white thin piece will come in the center, and that is the real stem. No, these are new saplings. No, that is still not. It has got the leaf stalk. But the mature one will have a white color. The real stem is white. So that is taken, and again that also is used as a vegetable. We make dishes. Again, it's very fibrous. Of course, the leaf we use as a plate when you have to serve a special meal. Earlier days, everybody used banana leaf. Now, those plates are come. But banana leaf is a very good way of serving hot food because once you serve on rice and curry on the banana leaf, it has a different flavor. Especially when you pack your lunch or office in banana leaf.
സിനമൺ ഉണ്ട് അവിടെ സിനമൺ ഓ സാറേ
Okay, we will please come forward. We also have to keep it below watch. I request all of you please come forward. Okay, this is a tree which has come very popular in Sri Lanka. So people have popularly called this as Ceylon cinnamon. But of course it is native in Kerala too, because Sri Lanka and Kerala share the same kind of weather. This is the cinnamon tree. Cinnamon. This is the cinnamon tree which is native to this region. Sri Lanka is considered as a home of cinnamon because people call it